Hello and welcome to today. It's a special day because, well, it's the last of my waiting for Stranger Things 2 to come out whilst watching other films reviews. So, we've got a selection of DVDs. I'm going to go in order of year as they come out. So, we'll start off with, Alien and Aliens. So, two great movies of Alien and Aliens. Now, these two inspired Stranger Things. The first one inspired the outlook of the Upside Down and the bottom of the lab. So, yeah, that's the first one. The second one is going to be inspiring the Stranger Things 2. Aliens is going to be inspired by Stranger Things 2. Also features, I forgot his guy's name now. The new one that's in it, that plays the Doctor. I don't know what he's actually playing, but he's in Aliens, isn't he? Sean Astin's not what I'm thinking of, but he's also in it. But yes, highly recommend this. If you haven't seen it, go and watch them. Only these two though. Third one isn't that good. Winona Ryder's in it, I believe. Or it could be the fourth one she's in. She's in one of them, but they're not very good. Two great ones to watch are these two. Altered States. This inspired the show as well. The deprivation tank, you know, when Elle goes into the deprivation tank. That was inspired by this film, Altered States. Basically, a man goes into in the same type of tank, and he tries to see things beyond whatever, and he turns into an ape. It's a great film. Highly recommend it. But you gotta be over 18 to watch it, just like Aliens. So get your mum and dad to supervise you if you're young. But again, a fantastic film. Next, The Evil Dead, full uncut version. Right, Evil Dead. This is a big Easter egg as well as it being in the film. The Evil Dead is on Jonathan's wall, big poster of it. Plus, the house is inspired by The Evil Dead, so it's got a bit of inspiration. But the film itself, it's gone iffy with age. You know, you would laugh at the well, they turn into zombie sort of versions of the friends that all go to the house, but it's a great film. Highly recommend it. Everyone recommends the second version, the Evil Dead 2, is it? But it's actually the first one that inspired Stranger Things. So go out and watch the first one if you haven't seen it. Right, another film. I like this horror film. Technically, this is the first proper horror film I've actually seen from the 80s. Then it was Halloween. That was in my last review, I believe. So, this is digitally remastered. Nightmare on Elm Street, film by Wes Craven. Big Easter eggs in this film, as well as in Stranger Things. The girl is called Nancy. So is it's Will's brother's called Nancy, isn't it? I mean Mike's sister. Excuse me. And Will's brother's called Jonathan, not Nancy. So, the Demogorgon, when it comes out the wall, this inspired that. As Freddy Krueger comes out the wall and looks over Nancy on a bed. Great film, highly recommend it. You get to see a young Johnny Depp, and it's just fantastically directed by Wes Craven, and Robert Englund has done a fantastic job, and it has to be one of the most iconic Freddys going, even though they did a remake of this in 2010, I believe, and it didn't go down well. So, A Nightmare on Elm Street, go and watch it. Risky Business. Now you're thinking, what's this got to do with Stranger Things? Well, you know that scene where Nancy's with the baseball bat? Well, they talk about this film, and Jonathan says he looks like Tom Cruise, and if you haven't seen the film, then you need to go and watch this film. It's a great film, sort of a chick flick. It's a young Tom Cruise, and he's got the house alone to himself. But it's a great film, highly recommend it. Next one, The Karate Kid. Now this is one to full collection, but the main one you need to watch is the first film. The first film inspired a couple of scenes in Stranger Things. The fight scene where I've forgotten his damn name. Steve's friend says he's had enough, man. He's had enough. Get off him. Now that entire quote came from this film. So if you haven't seen the film, go and watch them. All four are actually brilliant. You could miss out the fourth one because it's a totally different person in it, but altogether, very good films. And so was the remake, even though people didn't think it was that good, but I thought it was good. Now this one's going to be a big hit to Stranger Things 2. Ghostbusters. Easter eggs in the trailers of Stranger Things 2. You see the kids wearing the Stranger Things outfits. Not Stranger Things outfits, Ghostbusters outfits. So this has come from that. Also, this came out in the same year as Stranger Things 2. Also, The Terminator. I do have that, as those Terminator fans know, who might be watching this. I don't know if you're going to be watching this, but I do have a Terminator collection, as you know, and that's inspired Stranger Things 2 as well. Witness. Now this film, you'd be thinking, what's this got to do with Stranger Things? Well, it's to do with Stranger Things because when Elle, I think you might be able to hear in the background screaming, she notices Will. Anyway, what was I saying? She notices she notices Will, and it's sort of the same scene with Harrison Ford with the kid, and the kid notices the murderer in the glass window in the cabinet. So it's also an actually very good film, brilliant film. Harrison Ford at his best. The Breakfast Club. So this film, you're thinking, what's this got to do? But this is about teenagers growing up in the 80s. It's inspired by the teenagers in Stranger Things. As you've got sort of the outcast of the group, and they all come together and all that. And basically, this is a Saturday film for those who think that going to school on a Saturday is good, which it isn't. Believe me or not. I'm not saying that I've been to school on a Saturday. I believe I have been to school on Saturday, but not for that reason. Anyway, this has inspired the film, the series, I mean, because Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, and the friends are basically similar to these. So, highly recommend it. Also, it's got great music in it. St. Elmo's Fire technically isn't anything to do with Stranger Things, but I thought it was good to show this in the video because it's a great film to watch, and it reminds me of what would Jonathan, Steve, and Nancy be doing after school, college. So yes, if you haven't seen this film, highly recommend going watching it. Right, now this film I forgot to put in my Stephen King collection. So, yes, we're going to talk about it now. Stand By Me. Great film. Has a lot to do with Stranger Things, as the actual kids themselves, the actors, read off these scripts that they were given. So they had to read from the film scripts. And they turned out very well, because they made it onto Stranger Things. So, yes. A widescreen presentation. This came out in 1986. Corey Feldman's in it. You know him quite a lot. He's been on the Gremlins, the Goonies, Lost Boys. So yes, kids, go and find this murdered person. And on the way there, they come across themselves in an interesting way. So yes, highly recommend going to watch that. If you haven't seen it, go and pick one up on DVD. Now, Young Blood, you'd be thinking, what's this got to do with Stranger Things? Well, I think, because I've seen a clip of Rob Lau. Actually, the new one that's in Stranger Things looks like Rob Lau a little. But anyway, ice hockey. If you've seen a clip of Stranger Things where Steve Harrington's playing basketball with Rob, not Rob, I've forgotten his damn name, Max's sister, brother. Excuse me, confusing my names now. There's a clip that I saw somewhere of them in the school playing basketball. Well, this reminds me a bit of this film, Youngblood, but this is to do with ice hockey. So they might have influenced it from this film. They might have got that from this. I hope they have, because this is a great film to watch. If you haven't seen it, go out and watch it. Now, the last film is not technically to do with Stranger Things, but I thought I'd include it because they're celebrating 30 years of the Lost Boys this year. So if you haven't seen this film, then I'm not entirely sure what you've been doing for the last, since you've been born. But this is a great film. We've got Corey Feldman and the one that's off 24. Again, they were in Stand By Me. So from those two, you know this is going to be a good film. He's off Speed 2, Cruise Control, I believe. She's off that film, Twister. So these turned out to be really good actors in late years, even though they're very good in this film. Group of teenagers turned out to be vampires, and he joins in the gang. And his brother goes and tries to kill all the vampires. Anyway, yes, so that is the whole collection of films you need to go and watch if you're very interested in the background of Stranger Things and the films that influenced it. Now, if you were me, I'd be counting down to Stranger Things 2. I believe it's on the Netflix wall, so go out and watch it every couple of hours. But anyway, films like this need to be watched again and again and again just to get an acknowledgement of what films you need to see to get into Stranger Things. Also, those that haven't seen these films, go online. They might be online. They're not that much money on eBay, Amazon. As you've noticed, I've put my films with the Stranger Things collection because I thought I might as well put them there because it's an 80s shelf now. But it's mostly Stranger Things shelf. So yes. Excuse me, I've got an itch. Anyway, see me in the mirror over there. Hello. Can't really see my arm. Hello. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed these waiting for Stranger Things 2 to come out reviews. Could be more away, I'm not entirely sure. Depends how long it takes. I might have to update it after Stranger Things 2's been on, because Stranger Things 3. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I hope to see you soon. Subscribe for more videos like this. I know they're terrible. People don't like saying me they're terrible. They are terrible videos, but it's nice to see homemade videos from the original instead of editing it all. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.